know what I mean? All right.
All right, I'm sorry.
All right.
Go ahead.
Here's the scenarios I've been thinking about. Or they're going to fight us and they're going to not move. They're going to say, well, we can't afford to move until we get our money. That's scenario one. They're going to say we can't. They're going to be like us. We can't give them the money. They're going to say, well, we can't buy anything until we get our money. So that's either going to force us to give them the money, which we don't have, or we're going to have to sell the property to get their money. That's scenario one. Basically, they're going to say that we can't.
They're going to force us.
Well, I'm just going to say they're going to say to us.
How are they going to force us?
Well, they're not going to. I'm just going to say scenario one. They're going to come to us and say, listen, we can't move unless we have our money.
Right, which they've already said to you. Well, he didn't say we can't. He said we are not leaving here without our money.
That's kind of what he said the very first argument. The very first, the blow up, I'll call it. The very first.
He said we can't or we aren't.
Or more or less, he said, I think he said, we can't.
In June, right.
Yeah, we're not going unless we get our money.
And that's what he said again this argument.
But this one, he didn't, I think it kind of ended like we're going to, like, it sounded to me like they were going to move to get out of our lives or something. Didn't they word that, or didn't Mom?
Well, he said that to me when I first got over there. I barely got set down. He said, first of all, I'm going to tell you that we are going to be out of your life. He had to make it narcissistic, right? To say that to me made me just...
Yeah, I know.
And we know we're not like allowed in your house or something. Like I never said that.
I know, and I never did either. I never said that they.
And then he said, and I will apologize to your
nothing.
face. Look at me. And I said, I don't need to look at you. He said, for nothing.
I know.
He said, I have never done anything
I
to you
know.
guys. He said, except for trim your bushes.
I know.
Trim your, and I won't be doing, and you said, we never asked you to. We don't want you to.
All right, let's go. All right, man, if you can come up with something else too.
And then he's like, you know, we feel, he said, we feel like we gave you, he said something about some check for 5,000 or we offered you 155 and he said, well, no.
Let's not go. Can we go over? Okay, no, I'm just saying, I know what they said. I mean, I know they said that. Yeah, they said they gave us money toward.
And then they said, and we let you live years ago with us and we didn't have to, like, and,
Right.
and they said about our
Can we
daughter.
kind of go over these scenarios in case one of them pops up and we need a bit, like we need to kind of know what we're going to have?
Yeah, scenario one, you
Okay.
said they're going to force us.
Well, I'm just going to say they're going to come to us. Maybe they're looking at maybe they're taking some time and they're looking at how much stuff is. Maybe they're thinking of buying a little house. Maybe they're thinking of going to a retirement place. This is just stuff's going through my head. They're thinking of.
Yeah, they said they looked
All right,
at what's that place across from Martin.
Let's give them a week. I'm just saying it might take them, a week or two to look at ads. They might have to
Right,
drive
it's not in the
somewhere.
recording, but you said something about Nancy, Aunt
Well,
Nancy.
anyway.
Which makes me feel like we're putting them out on the street and
Well-
that her sister has to take them in. Okay?
That I just think that's one scenario. They're going to come back at us in a week or two and say, listen, we can't afford.
And they said they were looking at a mobile home, right?
They told me.
That's on the recording across from Martin's, right?
So let's just say this is scenario one. They're going to come back at us and say, listen, we can't move out of here unless we have our money. Okay, is that fair to say? That could be one scenario. They could come back to us in a week or two or whatever.
I mean, they've already said that, like we're not leaving here without money, without our money.
When I went over the second time and recorded.
I know. By the end of it, it was
But-
almost like they were going to go.
Yeah, it was almost like they almost, in a way, felt like, well, we're going to get out of their lives.
You know-
We're going to get out of here.
Yeah, but I still don't understand when they say get out of their lives. Like that's not what I want. I want them to be like in my life.
All right, well,
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so scenario two, they're just going to up and go, whether it's wherever, whether they buy a place, rent a place, where they go. I mean, I'm not saying I don't care. I'm just going to say they're going to up and leave,
Now
and
it'll be that.
and not worry about their money.
Right, and that'll be that.
Because I said about
yeah, you're like, I'm your only son.
like I'm the only son,
Like-
am I not getting any inheritance out of you, which is ignorant to say to them, but no, that'd be scenario two. They're just going to up and go, which all right, I'm just going to say that's scenario two. They're going to go without.
Which
worrying
you
about
what?
the money. Huh?
You started to
Which-
say something.
Which I doubt's gonna happen.
Because you told me like 10 times the other night that you think they're going to go get a lawyer and we're going to.
Well-
You said you think we're receiving a letter in the next
Well, I'm
week.
just saying that's just my gut feeling that they're gonna get shitty with us, because he's already been shitty with me every time when we've talked about this. So,
That's number 2.
number 2,
No, wait, you
or,
said number
yeah, that's
number
number
2.
2.
They
They're
would
gonna-
just go
they
and everything
just
would
go,
be peaceful,
and-
right?
And that,
First one, they said they'll leave with no money. Second one, they'll just go and everything will be
and
peaceful.
then the
Third
second
one,
one, they're gonna say, well, we're gonna go, but you're gonna sign a thing saying that when it's sold, that you have to give us some money.
which I didn't
Which
hear
he-
them say. You,
right, but they
you
said
told
that
me
if
that
you
like a
left,
couple days
and I wish
later.
I'd have had that on, but I didn't. So,
So you were still sitting over there. I'm just trying to get it straight in my head. I came back. I'm like, I'm not going to do this. You're not going to talk to me like this. Like, tell me you apologize for nothing. Like, seriously, this is crazy. So I got up and walked away. You stayed over there. So like 2 days, and you were like 40 minutes, and then 2 days after that, you came back and we were talking
I
about
didn't
it.
tell you about that right when I came over?
Mm-mm. It was like I think 2 days. You said, because I was like, what? You didn't. You said
I
some.
thought I-
No, when a strange car pulled into your parents' driveway, right? Or into our driveway, I
Okay.
should say, our house, because this is our house. And I took a picture of the car, it had a Virginia license plate, and you said something about I got a strange feeling because they said something about a paper, and I'm like, what paper? And you said they said that I'm not sure who said it, your dad or your mom. You're saying your dad did most of all the talking. Your mom didn't say
Yeah,
anything.
Mom didn't hardly say much.
Okay, so he's in charge.
It was still him saying basically.
But so he,
well, I think he might have said this. We'll go, but we'll have something drawn up that you'll have to give us some money when you sell the house or something. I think is what he said or something. I'm not sure.
yeah, because I didn't hear that, and I'm not fighting with you. I'm just trying to say to you, I didn't hear it until
So
like 2 days
that
later.
would be scenario 3. They leave.
When he said that, when he said about drawing up a paper, you guys have to sign. So when you sell the house, what did you?
I don't know if I don't think I said like.
Like,
I
how
agree
did you
to that. I
react?
don't
Were you
think-
like, what the?
I don't know. I don't see why I don't like doing this, because I should have had it recorded.
No, you shouldn't have. I'm asking you, like, what were your thoughts
I
when he
don't
said that?
think I said yes. Like,
I mean, you probably would have said, right, like, I'll have to talk to Teresa because she would have to sign off on
Yeah,
this,
oh.
like,
I don't know.
because I
Is
would.
there any other thing you can think of?
No, I'm saying because right, like, you understand that I would have to sign
Yeah,
off,
because
right?
it's in both our names, right? Or no, is the house just in my name? I mean, either way.
No, my name is on the deed
Well, then
and
that's
your
what I'm
name is on
saying.
the
Then
deed.
you would have to
This
sign
house
too.
is my house and your house.
Yes, you would have to sign too. It wouldn't just be me.
Like, this is
So,
our home.
I couldn't just
This is-
sign and that would be the end of it. We would both have to sign.
Mhm. Like, did they say to you, like, whose name is on the house? Or
No, I don't know if they asked me that or not.
not
I
really?
told
I'm sorry.
them-
I'm sorry. Not really they, but your dad.
told
Your dad
them
seems to be the one
that-
driving the bus.
I told them that we had nothing showing that
Right.
they gave us
I-
any
I
money,
did hear you say
I
that.
I said we looked through the
Yep.
paperwork. I don't have.
I heard
we don't
you.
have any receipt of a check.
Honest to
from
God,
them.
I heard you, and
There's
I heard you
nothing on the settlement stuff
talking about
saying-
rehashing. You're talking about rehashing. I heard you 15,
Okay.
20 times saying, I'm sorry. I should have said something before. 15 times I heard you say that. And 15 times I heard your father say to you, yeah, you should have. And I'm thinking, but we did.
Yeah,
So
we
you don't
did.
need to keep saying you're
Okay,
sorry,
okay,
Mark.
okay,
You don't need to be sorry.
Alright.
Like, you've done nothing wrong. You don't need to be sorry. He's the one who should be sorry. I don't understand. He wants to be able to say, even Mark told me that it was his fault. He should have said something years before.
All right.
Like, you don't have to be sorry. Like, we've said stuff.
I know.
I have said
Is
stuff
there
about
any other? All right. So is there any other scenario? Like any other?
no. There's when you said they could force us. How are they going to force us?
Well, not force us, but I guess what I'm saying is if we want, if
Like,
that.
point a gun to my head.
No,
Like
I'm just
he
saying-
said to you, you better find the money. And they said they were afraid of you. Then last night, this is just an off-topic thing. In the recording, I listened to the recording again, and he said,
Okay.
"You said it doesn't really feel like it's our home, meaning mine and yours, right?"
Right.
And your dad said, "Well, I can't understand that. I can't understand
No,
how it wouldn't feel like your home."
No, I told him that.
And so last night, I'm not saying that they shouldn't have an opinion. You know, you live somewhere, you can have an opinion. But it may be your delivery, how you say it, what you say, or whatever. Not what you say, but how you say it. But like, you know, just like another example. Well, an example even after that was when they yelled back at Carol about the property line.
That should be a perfect example of.
Then there was another example last night. Like I opened the front door and had our front porch light on. Like sometimes it's a pretty view just to look out the front door. And
well, me and Evan were the
next
same
second-
way, right?
because that's what Evan has
it's like late
learned.
at night, and I always feel like if that weirder down the streets, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's old school.
wait a
It's
second.
like
Wait.
stuff-
Back up.
What?
Wait. Mark.
Like, I wouldn't.
Let's be honest.
Listen,
That can't be true. We
no.
have no curtains in our house.
I know,
Come
but
on.
Would you feel
can't.
like I'm just using it like I wouldn't feel comfortable if like maybe not even saying that guy down the street, anybody pulls up and parks out across the road and our front door's wide open and it's almost dark. Would you feel uncomfortable? I just wouldn't like it.
You mean like last Friday a week ago when the truck was parked out there?
Would like.
Or you mean when the man popped up at our back fence the other
Yeah,
day,
like
or
I
the
just-
Amishman on the side of the
I'm
fence?
just saying, like it wasn't just me. Didn't even Evan said something about shutting the door. Like I don't know. It's just like
Yeah,
I don't know.
because he came down. Evan is 16. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna argue with
Yeah,
that.
not
I'm
trying
saying
to
that's
fight
what
about
Evan is.
that. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm saying
like,
that's
when
what
it's
Evan
dark,
has
I don't
learned.
know. I like the door shut. Like I don't know. Like you can just feel like people can just.
But we have no curtains on our whole house.
I know.
That doesn't bother you? Or when I went over to King last night, like I wasn't allowed to keep my light on.
I know you left the light on in the garage. That's it. I mean.
I don't even know if I did. See, that's how much it matters to me. I don't know if I left the light on or I didn't.
It's fine.
If someone pointed, no, I'm saying to you, if someone pointed a gun to my head and said, "Did you leave the light on last night when you walked in?" I would say, "I don't know."
I'm just saying I know it was on because I think I don't know. I just opened the door for some reason and it was.
I have no idea if I'm saying I couldn't remember if it was on or if it was
Yeah,
off.
it's,
Even I went over there and then I took him a walk the whole way around the block and I still couldn't tell you if the light was on or off. That's like things that matter, things that don't.
You should be able to have the light on. All
I
right,
know,
so-
but the other night, like you turned it off, you said because I just don't want to add any conflict, and I'm like, okay, well.
What other? Is there any other thing you can think of when like what we're talking about? Like any other? Like I guess I'm not saying they would force us to, but okay. I'm just saying. Like, is there any other scenarios you can think of? Like,
Okay, I'll tell you this. I'm now 55 years old, right? You're 57 years old. I'm not going to be forced.
Okay.
The word forced by your mother, your father, or my father, or even my mother. God rest her soul if she was here, because you're lucky enough to still have your parents, right? I'm not going to be forced. Like I already feel like I'm being forced that I'm not allowed to have a light on at night, or I'm not allowed to, like that woman on Dr. Phil. She's like, I'm physically not like strapped and chained to a chair, but I feel like a prisoner because if I leave, every little thing I do is questioned. Let me go shut the door now. See, so now I feel like I gotta shut the door and turn the lights off. We have no curtains in this house. And then all of a sudden now, after 20 years, you're telling me that having our front glass door open makes you feel weird.
No, just
Like you've never said that before. And 20,
like
all the time I've known
I
you.
always shut it. Like when I get like if it's
I know, like if we go to bed and stuff, I shut it. I'm saying to you, like it's never bothered you before. Like the front door is locked.
the glass door.
The purpose of putting the glass door when we moved here, I said I like it because you know you
Yeah.
can see in, it looks
Yeah.
pretty, and
And you can lock it.
yeah. But you're saying now that you've all this time I've known you that's made you uncomfortable.
Not like I don't know. I'm not. I guess if it's just nighttime and I see the regular door open, I just would probably shut it.
But with the light on, the porch light, listen, would a burglar come up to your door with the door open and the bright light on? Everybody's got cameras
Probably
now.
not, no,
Or would he
probably
come up when the light's off and it's pitch dark and
Yeah,
he can sneak?
Yeah, when it's pitch dark.
So, with the bright light,
Okay. I don't want to fight about the front door.
I'm not. I'm gonna open it right now.
Go ahead. open
Because
it.
I like, what's the purpose of having a light at the end of our sidewalk and
Good.
stuff if you can't put it on?
Right.
Evan, did this bother you? Let me ask you the truth. Don't look at my face. I'm asking you, does this bother you, Evan? Hold on. This is law, Evan. This is law. Does that bother you? He can't hear me because he's got these things on his head, your son. This child that, when he was born, you said he's not my child. He can't even hear us, Mark, because he got his headphones on. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you from yourself, from becoming like your dad. Like, I don't want your kids to ever have to feel this way. Can I say one more thing to you?
Yeah.
It was maybe a couple years ago. We had our TV. We switched the rooms around. I don't know because this weird layout or whatever. We had our TV and stuff in that front room, right?
Yeah, that was
Where we
because
sat.
That was because of the leak, right? That's the
Okay.
whole reason we had it in there.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying, when we had all this flooring and stuff taken out, then we, I'm just saying, wasn't that why we had it in there?
I don't know. I thought we just thought we
Maybe
would
we just switched it up. Maybe.
switched it up, but
And we
I mean,
had
if
it
you're
in
saying
there.
it's because of the leak, that's fine. Then maybe that is why.
Okay.
I'm thinking though,
Okay, go ahead with whatever.
for more than a year, I have all, photos, videos, like, people could drive by. No, it wasn't because of the leak. Because you said, well, I kind of like it in here. You said, because I can see traffic and stuff going by the front. You said, but in the summer, I like it better over here because
Yes,
I can see the
remember-
pool.
I remember saying that.
Yes.
Yes. And
So-
then we had another TV in the front, right, for a while.
Yes,
too,
years
right?
ago, and the kids had a playroom in there.
Yeah.
Right. So people could drive by our road and look right into us.
Okay, yeah, you're right when I said that then.
So it wasn't even a problem.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think like when things became a problem, like, because I've always said, listen, I don't have curtains up. I've said it 100 times. Listen, I'm in the bathroom. If Carol's the only one behind us, if she wants to look in there in my steamy windows when I get out, God
Yeah,
bless her soul. Like, I don't even give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care either.
So if we're in the bathroom naked and you don't care, with no windows, right? No curtains. You're saying you don't care if we're naked in the bathroom or
I
Ava's in her.
I guess I'm only.
But the
thinking,
front door
like
you're
somebody
thinking
else could be out back, and I'm only thinking Carol, like somebody. if they
But you're
want-
thinking of the front door.
Yeah, I guess I'm just. I don't know if it's. I don't know if I about the front door.
No, I'm not either. I'm just asking you, like, I don't understand how we. No, I do understand how we got to this point because it's been drilled into our heads that anything that we do is wrong. When your dad would say to me, I guess this won't get fixed. I can't even tell you what he's talking about. The slightest little thing. I guess this won't get fixed. If I wait around for Mark to do it, it'll be free. And I would say, are you kidding me? Like, he works his balls off every day for us. I don't care if the paint's chipping off a little bit. Okay, this is one example.
The
What
garage door.
around our garage door, there's like trim,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't,
I know,
he
just
comes
takes it
home.
upon himself to do
I
stuff.
said, the
know.
man comes home and he doesn't even sit down. Swear to God, strike me dead right now, Mark. I've said it to him 100 times. He doesn't even sit down. He changes his clothes and he is game on dad time. Anything the kids want, anything the kids need or me, he is steady doing it. Like, he doesn't sit down. I've told the man, and he just will, like, then he'll get mad, roll his eyes and walk in. Then the next day I see him out there with his paint can.
I know.
With
Yeah.
no one asking him. Maybe I didn't want my paint.
I know, he just would take it upon himself.
But listen, you're already going to work like 5:30, 6 in the morning, right? So 8 o'clock in the morning, I look out. You're already gone. You don't see it. It's different. Like when you see it,
I know.
you're like this.
I know.
You start having visions of strangling people because you're off on the job site, right? And unless I call you and complain about it or whatever, like you don't really know, right?
I know.
So he's out there repainting stuff and complaining that you're not fixing anything. And you tell him to leave our rose bushes alone. It was Christmas Day or whatever this past year. He's sitting in here. Me and your mom and Ava were playing a game, a board game. I remember clearly. And he's in here about to. And your mom's like, who cares about the rose bushes right now? And you said, no, yeah, you did.
Okay,
You said, Dad, just leave our stuff alone.
Yeah,
Don't touch
I
it.
told him that before.
So quit saying you're sorry, Mark, because
Okay.
you have told him before. That's what I'm telling you. You have told him a lot of times, so have I. You said to me, like, when he screamed and the whole neighborhood heard about my dogs being out, you said, just go off on him and scream. I said, Mark, do you not understand? That's not going to work. Like, hold on a minute, Evan. Like yelling at our child, like your grandchild, like you can't put a footprint in my yard or shut the door. You know what I mean? Evan, like, I'm like, no matter what Evan does, he would get yelled at. Like, did he ever say to you, Mark, you know what, you're a wonderful father. You're a better father than I ever was. Instead, you know what he said to you? Don't you think you're living beyond your means when you're driving Evan all around to this football stuff? And you just were like this. It was at their house. And I stood up and I said, are you kidding me? Living beyond our means, you don't know the definition. That is when you have to have a brand new, up-to-date, trendy car every single year. Ours are like 15, 20 years old, right? Living beyond your means. Like this house, when we bought it, was less than our old house. You know what I mean? I have the same flip-flops, $1.99 for like 4 years that I wear year-round. That's not living beyond our means. I said, taking him to all these football things is to me just being a good dad. It's just like with Ava and her art when we used to take her to art class. Like once we had children, it was all over about us. Like our kids become, like that thing I was listening to last night about when you have kids, like that's what it's all about. I don't think that ever was what it was all about with your dad. Because I know what I heard. I did not make this shit up when he talked to me about Vietnam or the draft or whatever, that getting your mom pregnant or something so he didn't have to. I remember him saying this, and I know it's very hurtful to hear, but he said that. And he said a lot of things to you, like, Mark, how do you think black people feel in this world? And you're like, huh? Sitting right out here on this porch. You got this house and you got this and that, and we were like, what are you talking about? I said, we have a lot of friends that are all kinds of races, you know, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. Like, I don't even know what he was talking about. Like this man talks to you like he is. And yes, I do agree with you. It's 90% him, 10% your mom. I don't know why she just can't find her voice and goes along with it, unless she's just programmed after, you know, all these years to do it. Because as a mother, if you said to Evan right now, I'm going to sue you, do you know what I would do? Could you imagine as a mother? I would be like, who sits there and doesn't say anything? And if it comes to it, I'm going to have to confront her and tell her, like, I can't believe, like, as a mother, us women as mothers, we carry the child around. You guys have no idea the pain that we go through, our emotions. You know, you have no idea what we go through as mothers. To not, like, defend your child, to not say anything, your only child, like, you are their only child. I'm not trying to make anything feel worse to you, but I honestly feel like that man, your dad, is like brainwashed your mom or something. I've always said, I remember as soon as we moved in, we'd be swimming with the kids or whatever. It's like, Gene, you're at work, and you didn't see it all. Get in, and you know, I know you see things when you're growing up and little, but as you're an adult, then maybe you've kind of, those things have left your memory or whatever. But as an adult, and I can say when I became a stay-at-home mom, like, actually, to be honest with you, that's when I never paid attention to the Amish growing up, the horrendous atrocities that they committed on animals. It wasn't until I became a stay-at-home mom and I really was here and I could notice them going up and down the road and what was going on. Because I was busy. Just like what you are, you know, busy working, getting a paycheck every week, keeping food on the table, like you're tired, you don't. But when you have this time to really understand what people are about, and it's really very sad. And I would say, I'm not going to say that about them because they haven't taken the time to do that. Instead, they take the time to be nosy and belittle everybody, right down to our neighbors, our grandchildren, their own son, me. Like to call and check on everyone and ask all of you how you are.
Well,
So I don't know what the next step is, but what I'm saying to you is, I'm just asking you, and you're getting defensive. I was saying, do we wait 2 more months, like we did this time since June? Like, do we?
I'm gonna maybe give them another week. If
Like
that.
when you left to come over here and you said bye, I'm going home or whatever. I don't know how you left.
I think I just said like I said that this is not an overnight thing. This isn't tomorrow. Like you got to get out.
Yeah, no, it's
tomorrow.
not. And you told them that 100 times, so you don't even
Oh,
need to tell them again.
okay.
I heard you. I've heard you. Everyone heard you.
I guess we basically just. I don't feel like really going over tomorrow and asking them.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's all I'm asking you.
I just
If
feel
that's
like
fine.
maybe by next weekend I'll
Okay.
talk to them.
All right. Let's just make. I feel like though, as if we're gonna like try to navigate this ourselves together, that we should make a plan together.
All right,
If
that's
you're
what
not
I'm saying.
comfortable tomorrow,
how
then
do you
not.
feel- No, how do you? No, you tell me. Like if you think.
No, I'm
2
not,
weeks
I don't
is
want to
not-
just
is
tell
too-
you.
Is like,
2 weeks is definitely fair.
or do you think a week is fair?
No, if you're not comfortable tomorrow,
I just
then
feel like
as
that
a
might be a
compromise or whatever, I'm not saying you have to do it tomorrow. We'll go another week.
All right, let's say if we don't hear nothing, if I don't talk to them or hear nothing, or they don't talk to us by next Saturday or Sunday,
Okay.
then I'll go over and talk.
All
to
right,
them.
that's it. That's
Okay.
all. We could have had this whole
Okay.
conversation in 2 minutes
All right.
if you would have just said that. Like, that's how we should be able to. We should be able to agree on a timeline together. Remember when I used to talk about our old neighbors when they would change a rule, they would do it together and as a team, and that would be it. As you're sitting here, like, staring at the TV, and I'm trying to talk to you like this is. Hello.
No.
This is how we should be able to speak to each other. Like as the two of us, we should be able to make a decision. Not just me, not just you. I can't tell you what to do. You can't tell me what to do. I can't tell you to go over there tomorrow. I understand it's your parents. I'm very hurt by all of this too. Do you understand when they call to check on you and the kids and they don't even mention like.
No, I know what you're saying. No, it must be hurtful. I don't know how that feels because they didn't.
No, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because I'm totally, I can take it. I have thick skin, whatever. But I feel worse for you because you are their only child. And to say that,
Mom.
I can't even, stop, I'm talking to your
You want
dad.
scratch stuff?
Yes, I'll come up and do it and give me like 2 minutes. I can't imagine,
Clear, like, is your skin dry even from it? Or do you think?
like honestly, I can't imagine how that would feel, Mark, because my dad, even if my mother was still alive, I can't imagine my mother. She might have been a BI, but when push came to shove, like she was there for what mattered. Like I remember when we got engaged, she was really proud, like my diamond and stuff. Like you know what I mean. She was like, my daughter's doing this. You know what I mean. But they don't even like. The more I'm thinking about it, I don't even ever remember. Just like I never remember my mother giving me a hug and saying I love you or reading me a book. I've told you that a lot or tried to tell you that. I don't know whether you listen or not.
No, listen.
Because there's a difference between hearing and listening.
No, I know you said that. But,
I never. And I try to think, we were poor and she was worried about the bills, whatever the case may be. But the more that I think about it, I never remember. I can't tell you a time when I ever heard your parents say that to you and I, you guys have done a fantastic job. You have raised wonderful children.
no.
Instead, you know what they say to me? Look at Ava. Look how good Ava is. Look at the scholarship she's got. And you know what they say to us? Well, do you understand that she has like things that are stupid? Like come over that day when I had music blaring in my ear and say to me about what did Micah say? And I didn't even hear what she said and slam the gate. And like, listen, I don't want to star on the Hall of Fame, but I'm saying to you, like I.
No, I'm interested.
That day when I quit my job, does anyone know? Like, I give up 20 years at a job, all of our health insurance, all my 6 weeks pay, everything. And you know what? I would do it all over again because that is what I wanted to do because I want to be with my kids that we took so many years to get, right? Only to have it thrown up in my face, how they give us a little bit of money toward you know what? I'm not even going to repeat what they said. Because that right there was enough to send me over the edge. Like, don't indirectly or directly, do not ever speak of my children. Our kids, Mark, I don't know if we just got lucky. We could just be lucky. I don't know. But if we are lucky, then that means we must have done something good in our life because we always gave back. You and I always helped everyone else, took care of everyone's kids, and we're good people, right? And so maybe God just blessed us with good kids. But I couldn't ask for any better kids, and I don't think you could either.
No.
But I don't want them to ever feel the way you're feeling right now or the way I'm feeling. Because
I would like, I hope I never.
well, that's what I'm trying to stop you from.
Well,
Because when his friends wanted to come last week, he has his thing to, and you were like, no. And I said, do you feel like you? He was like he didn't want to say anything. Like he.
Well, I just felt bad because I know we didn't have any food or drinks really. Like we didn't have anything. What? What?
Okay. All right. You want me to go do your scar cream, Evan? You want me to go do your scar cream? We'll just leave it. We can just leave it at that. You want me to go do your scar cream now?
Yeah, can you do it?
Yep.
I'm not sure. So, I mean, if you think we should talk to him sooner, we can.
No, I just agreed to you.
Okay.
I thought together we made a
Okay.
decision that we'll wait a week.
Okay.
I'm saying to you, it wasn't because there was no food
Hold on.
that you didn't want any of his friends to come. And that was last Saturday. Did you hear what he said? I said, would you rather sat with me and your dad watching? He goes, honest now, this is one of the best nights of my whole summer. Shouldn't he get to have one of the best nights of his whole summer growing up? Or should we be like selfish and take that away from him?
No, you shouldn't.
Because that's what it feels like.
Why is that?
Come on. Because, Evan, you know what, Evan, you need to learn some different behavior. You're taught that I'm not allowed to have any outside lights on. This is a nice view, right? I can look out here and see if it's a storm or what's happening. Go upstairs and look at yourself up. You always need to be open-minded. I never want you to, I don't want you to do the right thing because you were involved in it. Listen, one person is not going to do it. One person is going to do it. You know when we go to Jen's for trick or treat?
Yeah.
She keeps her door locked. Jenny is smart. Look, so trick-or-treaters can't walk in. But she leaves the light on. Each time the trick-or-treaters come, she goes like this and hands them the candy, right? What is the difference between that and a window?
Okay, it's locked, it's fine, it's locked.
I gotta pee. Look at my face.
I can't even see what's the matter.
I don't know.
What were you showing me? I couldn't see.
Oh, Mom.
On the ulcer?
That's right. Ask.
What, Evan?
What was I gonna ask?
Evan has a mole right here. He said to me, what is that, a mole?
Or like a little brown spot?
I'm like,